Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wherever you are around the world, we welcome back to another great video of the Hockey Nation Live Show with your hockey coach, Coach Frenchy, back in the locker room of the Montreal Canadiens. Today, we talk about, again, the series Flashback NHL player, and it's about Bob Gainey as a hockey player, as the head coach, and finally also as the general manager. So don't go nowhere. Here we go. Let's talk about Bob Gainey as a flashback series NHL player with your coach, Coach Frenchy. And let's see the first graphic about his career. First of all, you know Bob, he was born in 1953 in Peterborough, Ontario, and also played his young career junior and OHL with the Peterborough Petes. And before he got drafted by the Montreal Canadiens by the general manager, Sam Polak, in 1973, 8th overall pick, first round by the Montreal Canadiens, Les Bleu Blanc Rouge. He's a left wing, shoot on the left. He was 6'2", 200 pounds. And we're going to go through each season he played with the Montreal Canadiens. Then we talk about his history as not only as a hockey player, but also head coach and a general manager. First, he played his first season with the Montreal Canadiens in 1973 and 1974. 66 games, 3 goals, 7 assists, and 10 points. You can see missing the number 7 right there. And then after that, he played also during that year 6 games. He have 0 points. During his second year in NHL in 74-75, he played finally his full-time regular inside the roster. And he played 80 games, 17 goals, 20 assists for 37 points. That year, he played 11 games, 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points. In 1975, 1976, 78 games, 15 goals, 13 assists, 28 points. And this, he was also played 13 games, 1 goal, 3 assists for 4 points. And then, you know, at that moment, the Montreal Canadiens starting to be great in NHL, to winning back-to-back the Stanley Cup. 76, 77, 80 games, 14 goals, 19 assists for 33 points. And during the playoff, the 14th game he played, 4 goals, 1 assist for 5 points. 1977, 1978, 66 games, 15 goals, 16 assists for 31 points. Played 15 games during the playoff, 2 goals, 7 assists for 9 points. And then 78, 79, I'll be honest with you, that's maybe his best year in NHL. 79 game, 20 goals, 18 assists, 38 points, 16 game, and in the playoff, 6 goals, 10 assists for 16 points. Listen, that year he won also the Connie Smythe as the MVP during the playoff. And 1979 and 80, he played 64 games, 14 goals, 19 assists for 33 points. He played 10 games, 1 goal, 1 assist, and for 2 points. And finally, for 80 and 81, 78 games, 23 goals, 24 assists at 47 points. And he has also 3 games on the playoff. They have 0 points. That was at that moment the end of the straight of the Stanley Cup for the Montreal Canadiens. And also that regular season for him, he was his milestone as a hockey player with the most goals and also the most assists and the most points in NHL for one season. And 81-82, 79 game, 21 goals, 24 assists, 45 points. He played 5 games on the playoff, only 1 point. 82-83, 80 game, full game in the season, 12 goals, 18 assists, 30 points. Played 3 games in the playoffs, 0 point. 83-84, 77 game. He has 17 goals, 22 assists, 39 points with 15 game. And this was another turnover by Serge Chavard. and that team is getting back like they were supposed to be, and the fans was expect them. He played 15 game, 1 goal, 5 assists for 6 points. 84, 85, 79 game. He had 19 goal, 13 assists, 32 points. He has 12 games on the playoff, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. Winners during those years is a captain of the Montreal Canadiens. And then finally in 85-86, he played 80 game at 20 goal, 23 assists for 43 points. It was his third season with 40 points, and also he played 20 games during the playoff, 5 goals, 5 assists, 10 points. And that year they won the Stanley Cup with the Montreal Canadiens. And let's dive in for the next graphic about the Bob Gainey. Then we're going to be back for his accomplishment as a hockey player. And at 1986-87, he played 47 games, 8 goals, 8 assists, 16 points. And you see at that moment, at that year, he started to go on the downside as a productivity and as a hockey player. He played 17 games during the playoff at 86-87. He scored 1 goal and also has 3 assists for 4 points. And then 87-88, 78 game, he played 11 goals. He scored 11 goals. He have 11 assists for 22 points. He have 4 games on the playoff with 1 point. Finally, his last year and as a hockey player in NHL, 88, 90, and 89, not 99, I apologize. 49 game. He have 10 goals, 7 assists for 17 points. He plays 16 game, 1 goal, 4 assists, 5 points. He was the final game for him in NHL. They lost in final again, the Calgary Flames, if you remember. So during his time in Montreal and also during his career, because he played only with the Montreal Canadiens, he has 16 years. He played 1,160 games in NHL, 239 goals, 262 assists for a total of 501 points. So he reached a milestone of 500 points. And during his career in the playoff, he has 182 games. Guys, it's over 2 years full time and play more game in the playoff. 25 goals, 48 assists for 73 points. Let's go back on the graphic number 1 because I want to talk about a little bit who and is Bob Gainey. First of all, we recognize him what may be the best defensive player in the history in NHL. The guy was unbelievable. The forecheck, the back check, the defensive coverage, it was great. His forecheck guys in NHL for years, he was maybe one of the best for the Montreal Canadiens in the NHL. During his career of 16 years, he was in French, we call him the guerrier. He played with injuries after injuries. Remember so many years, I remember one particular year in the playoff, he played with broken shoulder, both of them. The guy was unbelievable. He was representing the leadership. He was classy, a great blue-collar players in NHL. With the Montreal Canadiens, he won 4 straight the Stanley Cup, and then he won another one and during the 80s, 86, 87, with the Montreal Canadiens. During his career also, he won 4 times the Frank Selke Trophy, 3 straight during the middle of 70s, and then he won one more time at the beginning of 80s. He won the Connie Smythe, like I said earlier, 78 and 79. During that year, guys, he have 16 points in 16 games during the playoff, 1 point per game. Just give you his determination and the way he played during the playoff. That's what you'll recognize and remember most during the time. Looked like he have another gear when the playoff was starting. Bob Gainey was like unbelievable. He played with the Montreal Canadiens also as a captain at some point. He has 8 years as a Montreal Canadien. And they retired his jersey in 2008, February 23rd. Intronisation of his Hall of Fame 1992. But look, he didn't have a life easy, guys. With his success he got as a hockey player, he got a lot of adversity challenge during his life. First, he lost his wife, battle of cancer by Laura Gainey, and also his daughter lost tragically his life in the ocean. Is it 2005 or 2006 or something? I have to recall it, to be honest with you. I apologize, but look, they was like really hard on Bob Gainey. Sometimes they are human being, right? They are father, they are husband, they are family, and that's anybody else. They are not protect about those adversity challenge, and it was a really, really the bad time for him. Also, after his career of 16 years with the Montreal Canadiens, in 1990 and 1991, right away after he got retired, he became the head coach of the Minnesota team. And he, the first year as a coach, they bring them in the final conference CANVA, and then he stayed there for 2 more years before he got fired. And then he won another journey, 3 more years with the Dallas Star. And during that time, as a coach, he became also the general manager of the Dallas Star in 1992 until 2001. And they won the President Trophy 1998, 1999, and they won the Stanley Cup, guys, in 1999. He was also not only smart and a great player, but he was also a great, smart general manager. He really, really create an impact and make an impact about hockey and Dallas and the Texas State to be with you. Remember that year they won the Stanley Cup with Brett Hall and the controversy goal against Dominic Hasek. That would be remembered forever. That was then. After that, he got fired. He found a way to back with the Montreal Canadiens. He was hired by the Montreal as the general manager, and during the year of 2003, and he got fired in 2010. And also with Dallas and Montreal Canadiens, he have a double duties as a head coach and general manager a couple of times during those years. His record with the Montreal Canadiens as a head coach or general manager is 241 W, 196 loss, 46 tie and or shutout, I'll be honest with you. And never passed the second round. That's something you have to remember as how much he got success with Dallas. He never repeat the same kind of success with the Montreal Canadiens. After 8 years as general manager, they never passed the second round playoff. That's something, it was not easy for him. But during those time he was general manager, remember he draft Carey Price in 2005. That's something we have to remember, to be honest with you. Let's go back on the main graphics so I can talk more with you about Bob Gainey. Look, I was born in Montreal Canadiens. I grew up with Bob Gainey, Guy Lafleur, those years, 97, 8, and 9, in the 80s, right? And Bob Gainey was one he was the one where not the top best player for them at some point. What are you talking about? But the highlight was on Guy Lafleur. The highlight was on Ken Dryden. The highlight was on Jacques Lemaire, Steve Schott, Yvan Cournoyer, Larry Robinson, Guy Lapointe, Serge Chavard. And then boom, after that, it was him, Bob Gainey. He had to carry on the flambeau or the Saint Flanel after those years as a captain for the Montreal Canadiens. They find a way to win. We know those times the captain, Montreal have Serge Chavard, Yvan Cournoyer. He carry on what the brand and the culture of Montreal Canadiens for year after year by his determination, his passion about the game and the love of the game. A great leader, off ice, on ice. Guys, his best friend was Chris Nyland and Guy Carbonneau. Who not remember that line, that shutdown line on the defensive side with Guy Carbonneau, Chris Nyland, and Bob Gainey. And those times that he played in the NHL, it was not easy. A lot of fight. It was physical. Big guy again. And Chris Nyland was always there to jump in if something happening with again Guy Carbonneau or Bob Gainey. So look, I just want to bring here a couple of highlights about Bob Gainey. Hopefully you enjoy it. If you like it, please click on the likes. Of course, don't forget to subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show. And finally, leave your comments. Tell me about Bob Gainey, Robert Gainey, and French. And thanks again to watching another great video of the flashback NHL player by the Coach Frenchy for the Hockey Nation Live Show. Have an amazing, great, beautiful, blessing day. I look forward to see you for the next video flashback of the Coach Frenchy. Bonne journée, mes amis. On se revoit plus tard pour un autre vidéo of the flashback NHL player avec l'entraîneur Coach Frenchy.